Hello and welcome back to your own channel Indian Defense Analysis, where we bring to you all the latest development happening in the defense sector. In a recent interview, the press secretary of Russian Federal Service for Military Technical Cooperation said that Russia has offered India to develop a new Indian main battle tank based on the Armata Universal platform. As per the press secretary, during the recently held Russian-Indian Intergovernmental Commission on Military and Military Technical Cooperation and the Russian-Indian Summit, Indian partners were offered new areas of work, including the creation of armored vehicles based on the customer's specifications on the Armata platform, especially given that Indian military is planning to start work on the creation of a new main battle tank. Indian Army has huge requirement for main battle tank under FRCV or Future Ready Combat Vehicle Program. An RFI related to the procurement of 1700 FRCVs were also issued this year. The RFI for the future tanks is going to be through strategic partnership route, and the induction of tanks developed under this program is expected to be completed by 2030. While there are many foreign players who responded to the RFI, Russia seems to be the front runner with its latest T-14 Armata tank. Armata is a heavy tracked unified platform developed by Russia. This platform can be used to build a main battle tank, an infantry fighting vehicle, self-propelled guns and a number of other armored vehicles. On the basis of Armata platform, the BMP T-15, an armored repair and recovery vehicle, was also created. The T-14 is also the first tank in the world that implements the concept of network-centric war in its design concept, where it is used primarily as a reconnaissance vehicle, target designation and fire adjustment of self-propelled guns, air defense systems and T-90 tanks from the escort of its tactical Icalian. A distinctive feature of the vehicle is a completely uninhabited tower. The tank's crew is in a separate capsule inside the hull. The T-14 comes with heavy firepower required for modern-day combat scenario. It is mounted with 125 mm smoothbore cannon with 45 rounds, out of which 32 rounds can be auto-loaded. The main gun can also fire anti-tank guided missile, which has a maximum effective penetration range of 8 kilometers. The cannon can fire a wide range of ammunition, including armor-piercing, fin-stabilized, discarding sabot projectiles, guided missiles, high-explosive anti-tank shells, air-burst HE-frag shells, and other types of round. There are also plans to upgrade this gun to 152 mm gun, which would massively boost its firepower and would be able to pierce through 1000 mm of steel. The secondary armament consists of 12.7 by 108 mm machine gun with 300 rounds and a 7.62 by 54 mm machine gun with 1000 rounds. All the guns are remotely controlled. The tank's turret might be fitted with a Shipunov 30 mm cannon to deal with various targets, including low-flying aerial targets such as attack planes and helicopters. With the development of anti-tank guided missiles, the APS is the key to the survival of main battle tanks. The T-14's crew of 3 is protected by an internal armored capsule. Both the chassis and the turret are equipped with a dual explosive reactive armor system on the front, sides and the top. APS used in T-14 is called Afghanet, which includes a millimeter wave radar to detect, track and intercept incoming anti-tank munitions, both kinetic energy penetration and tandem charges. Currently, the maximum speed of intercept target is 1700 meter per second with a projected future increase of up to 3000 meter per second. The APS consists of both a hard kill and a soft kill element, the first of which actively destroys an incoming projectile such as an unguided rocket or artillery shell, while second confuses the guidance systems of ATGMs, causing them to lose target lock. It is reported to be effective against third and fourth generation ATGMs, including Hellfire, Javelin, Spike as well as sensor-fused weapons. According to some sources, the APS protects the tank from all sides. However, it is not good towards shooting upwards to defend against the top attack munitions. The manufacturer of the tank also claims that T-14 would be invisible to radar and infrared detection due to radar absorbing paint and the placement of components with heat signatures deep within the hull. The turret's shape is designed to reduce its radio and thermal signature for a stealth ground vehicle. Overall, the T-14 Armata has been described as a major concern by Western armies. The unmanned turret provides main advantage to the tank with its competitors. Even though China has shown interest in the T-14, the Chinese company Norinco claims their domestic VT-4 tank is superior to the Armata design in terms of mechanical reliability, fire control and unit cost. Pakistan Army has also procured and recently inducted VT-4 tanks into their armored unit. It is therefore extremely important for India to procure the tanks with similar capability. The only viable option seems to be T-14 Armata because DRDO's FRCV program is still far from developing prototype. This was today's update. Please let us know what is your views about these in comment section. Feel free to post your comments and suggestions about any topic related to defense sector on which you want to hear from us. With this, I would like to say goodbye and Jai Hind friends. Please like and subscribe our video if you have not done already. We will be soon back with more interesting and amazing development happening in defense sector.